Today, I'm going to make something on my cab machine, finally, for the first time. Well, hopefully. I cut a bunch of amethyst slabs from an earlier video that I did. It was from my plexi booth from my slab saw. I have a few pieces of amethyst that I cut out. And I'm going to see if I can make something on my cabbing machine for the first time. So I have a couple of stencils here that we're going to try out. Just some simple shapes. Kind of oval. And we're just going to simply find the stencil that fits the best. I think I want something rounder though, kind of like that. See a big fracture up here. So I'll start up here then. Nice and simple. So I'll do the rest of these and we'll continue on from there. This side's a lot thicker than this side. I'd have to grind it down quite a bit. Which is something I could try later, just working with the machine, shaping things. But for now, I have enough here. I have 6 of them to work on for practice. And the first thing I have to do is take them to my slab saw and cut them out. I also have this huge piece of jade. This is nephrite jade from British Columbia. I might cut a slab off of that. I also have this smaller piece that I'm going to work with. Maybe draw something on there and see if I can work with it. See how jade polishes up. I heard it's a very, very, very hard rock. So it could be a challenge, but I'm always up for a challenge. I don't know why I'm challenging myself because I don't know what the hell I'm doing yet. So we'll take this piece of jade and we will make something out of it. I'm hoping. And while I am cutting my rocks, I'm going to heat up my doping station to melt the wax a little bit. And once I get the amethyst cut, I will lay it on the rim here to heat it all up. And then we'll put them on the doping sticks. So now we're going to heat up these rocks for a little while. Actually, you need the face down. Still going to take a while.
One eternity later.
I forgot how long this takes. It's like watching wax melt. Well, it's been almost an hour. And I think it's as soft as it's going to get. If I dig down far enough, I'll be able to get some runny stuff. Rocks are really hot. So, let's see if this will work. Doesn't want to stick to my stick. I think it's straight enough. That's one. Okay, we will let everything cool down for a while and then we will bring them over to the cabbing machine. Okay, time to bring these to the cabbing machine.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alrighty, they've gone through the first step of the cabbing machine. I've got them shaped, pretty much. And then, well, don't worry about that. Then I have to check around the edges to see if, hello. I have to check around the edges to see if there's any flat spots or ridges. And if there is, I have to go back. But I'm going to let these dry first so I can check a little bit better. So that's the first step. Then the next step, I believe I have to draw a line as a guide to start rounding things off. All the lines have been drawn. And now back to the cabbing machine. And from what I understand, this line is a guide to help me round the top off so it's all even around. So I would have to grind this edge off first, and then there'd be two more edges, and then you have to grind those down and work my way out around until it's round. And I hope I can do it. Don't forget, this is not a how-to video because I am learning how to right now. This is my first time. There is the finished product after the 14,000 grit. It's not perfect. I can see a couple little scratches and flaws. It could be, no, that's just a fracture there too. So that's, yeah, that's just a fracture there. But, I mean, for my very first cabochon, doming was okay. I know all you pros are going to be laughing right now, but I'm pretty happy with it. For my very first one, I'm pretty proud. Cool. This is going to be a whole new adventure. I'm excited. Now I got these. Wow! Mwahaha. I'd like to try the Jade. I think Jade is going to be a lot harder to work with. Grinding it seemed to take a little bit longer. Cutting it definitely took a little bit longer. Worried about that cut though, being my first time with the Jade. So let's try this piece of Jade that doesn't have any slice into it. That's just a saw cut, the saw mark from previous. And it kind of works well. You know what? That might just make the where the dome is. That is where the dome starts. But if I can get it to match everywhere else, that would be the difficult thing. And since that would be my second cabochon I've ever done, I think we'll wait. Let's try an easy, well, easy, huh? Let's try this piece of Jade and see how far I get and what it looks like. I hope it polishes. And here's the Jade. It is the Jade. And here's the Jade. Is it focused? I can't see. So this is my second cabochon I've ever made. I just finished it. It's not too bad. This is BC Jade, so I don't know how easy or hard it is to work with. And I don't know if it's supposed if I can get it glass smooth. But I'll keep trying. I mean, for my second cabochon, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Yay! And I have to take a closer look at this. But it looks like most of the deep scratches are gone. That's a good thing. Let's move on to the 600. And now the 1200. That's after the 1200. Now we go to the 3000. And that is after the 3000. And then I'm going to try my buffing pad. Wow, this is looking pretty cool. Okay, awesome. And here's the final product of the 14,000 grit. And I also did a piece of jade. Come on. Yeah, so pretty happy with the results so far. And I still have these ones left to practice with. All ready to go. A little bit of everything. Montana agate. More amethyst. And another Montana agate, I believe. Yep. This is source agate from the Thunder Bay area. I try to do a nice cab out of that. This is a Brazilian agate with no agate, but when you polish it, it still turns out pretty cool. Here's a nice big piece of jade. And this is labradorite. Just something to practice with. There's pieces missing out of it, and it's a little thicker on one side than it is on the other, but it's practice. So that's what I'll be working on next for next little while anyway. Oh, almost forgot. A couple of guitar picks that I'm working on. Trying to get them as thin as possible. That was still a little bit thick. So thanks for watching. I have a lot more editing to do. We'll see you next week.